In March 2018, Tesla and SpaceX founder Elon Musk issued a friendly warning. Mark my words, he said, AI is far more dangerous than nukes, moving from the research laboratory to become part of our daily lives with remarkable speed. We may see artificial intelligence as the most transformative technology humanity has ever developed. But using artificial intelligence to replace human decision-making will inevitably create new risks whose consequences are unforeseeable. Issues like these naturally lead to calls for regulation. I argue that the use and research of artificial intelligence should be regulated by working incrementally within the existing legal and regulatory schemes to allocate responsibility and therefore liability to persons. According to the opinion piece titled, "How Should We Regulate Artificial Intelligence?" This method of regulation will work effectively if the producers of AI technology provide sufficient transparency on how AI decisions are made. Since these solutions cannot fully take effect without our action, I will be urging you later on to do your part as citizens in this technology-driven world. Allow me to present 3 risks of artificial intelligence, which are automation-spurred job loss, threats to security, and its inhumane use in military operations in the form of lethal autonomous weapons, and the countermeasures regulators should impose and have imposed against these future risks. According to research from McKinsey, 45% of current jobs can be automated, and according to the World Economics Forum, The Future of Jobs Report 2020, artificial intelligence is expected to replace 85 million jobs worldwide by 2025. Most jobs that have been displaced or those that are at risk are process-driven jobs, which are positions that can easily be automated, such as manufacturing, customer service, and transportation. According to Bill Gates, AI is a positive for society and that displaced workers could fill gaps that currently exist elsewhere in the labor market, like elder care and teaching and support for special needs children. Instead of learning new skills, this solution encourages workers to use their existing skills in new industries. From this, displaced workers can benefit from less risk from strenuous and repetitive jobs and instead focus on developing soft human skills such as communication, empathy, and creativity, as these skills will always be needed and are unreplicable by robots. While automation spurred job loss is the most pressing issue related to AI, it is merely one of many potential risks. According to the paper titled "The Malicious Use of Artificial Intelligence, Forecasting, Prevention, and Mitigation," malicious use of AI could threaten digital security by hacking or social engineering, physical security by non-state actors weaponizing consumer drones, and political security by privacy eliminating surveillance, profiling, and repression, or targeted disinformation campaigns. According to the same aforementioned paper, researchers present high-level recommendations in response to the changing threat landscape of AI. Firstly, policymakers should closely collaborate with technical researchers to investigate, prevent, and mitigate the malicious uses of artificial intelligence and actively seek to expand the range of experts involved in discussions of these challenges. And lastly, AI researchers should take the dual-use nature of their work seriously, allowing misuse-related considerations to influence research priorities and reaching out to relevant actors when harmful applications are foreseeable. Through these recommendations, researchers will be held accountable for the outcomes and consequences of their work, while companies and organizations that implement AI in their operations are required to be more transparent with their intentions. Not everyone agrees with Musk's idea that AI is more dangerous than nukes. But what if AI itself decides to launch nukes? Stuart Russell, professor of computer science from the University of California, Berkeley, stated his concern about lethal autonomous weapons being unethical and inhumane, because the main issue with these systems is that they blur the boundary between who is responsible for the killing. Firstly, launched in April 2013, the campaign to stop killer robots has urged governments and the United Nations to issue policies to outlaw the development of lethal autonomous weapon systems. As of March 29, 2019, the majority of governments represented at a UN meeting to discuss the matter favored a ban on lethal autonomous weapons. Military commanders and personnel are held accountable to know if an automated weapon system is reliable and predictable in its function. Military AI arms regulation must require the assessment of the legality of weapons and their employment, set human control as the underlying principle for their design and use, and enable the ability of operators to intervene in such systems. To wrap everything up, I have presented the digital dilemma we are in and the countermeasures regulators have put into place to combat the potential uprising of the threats of artificial intelligence. We must find the right balance between technological advancements and human rights protection. Therefore, I urge everyone to hold accountable the researchers and engineers that bring artificial intelligence out from the lab into our daily lives, and the companies and organizations that utilize AI in their operations. We must be vigilant when interfacing with day-to-day technology to avoid digital, physical, and political risks of AI. Integrate and apply human values and ethics not only in the real world, but also in the digital world, and develop AI literacy to engage positively with these technologies and better understand their implications for our lives. This isn't the first time a regulation problem has surfaced. Take, for example, the late implementation of seatbelts in the US, causing hundreds of thousands of casualties, or the predictions of the destructive effects of climate change in the near future, with little action being done today. We can see that regulation of a certain problem only took effect when it was too late. We do not want the same for artificial intelligence. Let me ask you today, in this technology-dependent world we live in, where not a day goes by without having to sacrifice a bit of our digital data in exchange for convenience, are you controlling the technology you use, or are you allowing technology to control you?